My dear friends, I am so pleased to be with you today. I wish to speak with you about a question that I know is in the hearts of so many sincere students of truth. It is perhaps the greatest stumbling block on this path to freedom and mastery. It is the question of appearances. What are we to do when the world before our very eyes seems to shout the opposite of what we desire? How do we hold to a vision of perfect health when the body aches? How do we maintain the feeling of abundance when a stack of unpaid bills sits on the table? Many of you have written to me and you have told me your stories. A gentleman came to me not long ago, his face etched with worry. He said, "Mrs. Behrend, I have done everything you have taught. Every morning I picture my business thriving. I see customers coming in delighted. I feel the deep satisfaction of success. But just yesterday, my largest client gave notice, and a shipment I was relying on was lost. How can I believe in my vision when the facts so plainly contradict it?" This is a profoundly important question. To fail to understand this is to remain adrift, tossed about by every passing circumstance. But to grasp the principle I will share with you today is to build your house upon a rock. It is to develop a faith that is not moved by the changing winds of the outer world. First, you must understand what an appearance or a circumstance truly is. What you see before you, what your physical senses report to you, is not the living truth of this moment. It is merely an echo. It is the physical form of thoughts and beliefs that you held in the past. Consider a gardener. If he has unknowingly planted thistle seeds for many months, he cannot be surprised when thistles begin to sprout all over his garden. Now, if he decides he wants a garden of roses, he must begin planting rose seeds, but for a time he will see both. The new rose seeds will be germinating beneath the soil, unseen, and the old thistles will still be appearing, for they are the result of his past planting. What would we think of this gardener if he fell to his knees in despair, crying, "This will never be a rose garden. Look, another thistle has appeared." We would tell him, "My good man, do not be discouraged. The thistle is only the fruit of your old habit of thought. Continue to plant the rose seeds, tend to them with faith, and in due time your garden will be filled with the roses you desire." Your life is this garden. Your current circumstances, the things that cause you worry, are merely the thistles from past planting. They have no power to create your future. The only power they hold is the power you give them with your reaction. If you react with fear, with doubt, with anger, you are watering the thistles. You are planting the very same seeds of lack and limitation all over again. And you guarantee that you will reap more of the same in your future. The secret then is to cease being emotionally moved by these appearances. It is to withdraw your creative power from them. I wish to give you a simple, practical method for doing this. I call it the practice of the mental diet. It is a way to discipline your mind so that you are no longer feeding the conditions you do not want. It has 3 simple steps: acknowledge, neutralize, and return. Let us take the example of the man with the unpaid bills. He sees the stack of bills on his desk. The appearance is one of lack. His first step is not to fight it. Do not say, "There are no bills." That would be to deny a fact on the physical plane and create a great mental strain. Instead, you simply acknowledge it, calmly and without emotion. Look at the bill and think, "Yes, I see this. I acknowledge this piece of paper." You are observing it as you would observe a cloud in the sky. You are not identifying with it. The second step is to immediately neutralize it. You must strip it of its power to affect you. You can say to yourself, inwardly and with conviction, "This is only an appearance based on old beliefs. It is an echo of the past. It has no power over my new reality, for my mind is a center of divine operation." In this moment, you are reminding yourself of the greater truth. You're taking your attention off the shadow and placing it back on the substance. The circumstance is not the creative power. Your mind is the creative power. By declaring this, you neutralize the fear. You refuse to water the thistle. The third and final step is to return to your vision. This should not be a long, strenuous effort. For just 10 or 15 seconds, briefly and calmly bring your mental image of the fulfilled desire back to mind. In the case of the bills, the man would close his eyes for a moment and see a picture of his ledger showing a healthy balance. He would feel the quiet relief and gratitude of knowing all his obligations are met with ease. He returns to the feeling of his wish fulfilled, and then he lets it go and goes about his day. Acknowledge, neutralize, return. This is the practice. Every single time a negative appearance confronts you, whether it is a symptom in the body, a harsh word from another, or a disappointing letter in the mail, you apply this method. Do not fight. Do not fear. Do not complain. Simply acknowledge. Neutralize and return to your vision. Think of it this way. Imagine you are the captain of a great ocean liner. For many years, the ship has been sailing north. Now, you have decided on a new destination. You wish to sail south. You go to the helm and you turn the great wheel firmly to the south. What happens next? The ship does not instantly turn around. It is a massive vessel with tremendous momentum. For some time, it will continue to travel north, even while the rudder is positioned for a southern course, and an experienced captain might panic at this point. He might say, "It is not working. I have turned the wheel, but the ship is still going north." He might then lose faith and turn the wheel back to the north and then back to the south, creating chaos and confusion. But the wise captain knows better. He holds the wheel steady. He keeps it pointed toward his new destination, the south. He does not look at the waves and say, "We are failing." He knows that he has set a new cause in motion, and he trusts the law of mechanics. He knows that in due time, the great ship will respond to its new direction. It will slow its northern momentum. It will begin its wide, graceful turn, and soon it will be steaming powerfully and steadily toward the south. My friends, you are the captain of your ship. Your mind is the wheel. Your established vision is the new southerly course you have set. The old conditions that continue to appear for a time are nothing more than the ship's old momentum. Do not be fooled by this momentum. Do not let it cause you to abandon the wheel. Your job is not to fight the old direction. Your job is simply to hold the wheel steady. Hold your vision. Remain loyal to your new idea. Each time you practice, acknowledge, neutralize, and return, you are holding the wheel steady. You are calmly and confidently affirming your new direction, regardless of where the ship appears to be at this moment. You are trusting the unfailing law of cause and effect. I challenge you to try this for yourself. For the next 24 hours, make a solemn pact with yourself. Promise that every time you're confronted with a negative appearance, every time you feel the pull of worry or doubt based on what your senses tell you, you will not give in. You will not water the thistles. You will not abandon the wheel of your ship. Instead, you will pause. You will breathe. You will acknowledge the appearance without fear. You will neutralize it by declaring it to be an echo of the past with no power over you now. And you will briefly, lovingly return to the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Do this not just once or twice, but every single time. Be vigilant, be gentle, but be firm. You are retraining the habits of your mind. You are learning to live from the inside out. You are shifting your identity from being a creature of circumstance to a creator of circumstance. This is the great secret to unshakable faith. Faith is not a blind hope that things will get better. Faith is a calm inner knowing born of understanding the law. It is the quiet confidence of the gardener who knows the rose will bloom because he has planted the seed. It is the steady assurance of the captain who knows the ship will turn because he is holding the wheel. Cease giving your power, your attention, and your emotion to the shadows of the past. Place your faith where it belongs. Place it in the creative power within you, the one and only cause. Hold to your vision. Feel its reality now. and the universe, by its own unfailing law, will have no choice but to bring it into your world. You have the key within you. Now it is time to use it.